that position and hit the go live button, I think. Says we're going live, says we've got an excellent connection. So that means I'm going to read out the following. You are listening to Let's Go, the weekly anime podcast about weekly anime from Dynamite in the Brain and Secret of the Sailor Madness. So come along and hang with the Let's Go gang. It's Dwayne.
Hello.
It's Niall.
Howdy.
And it's me, Brian. And on this episode, we are covering anime that aired the week of the 8th of April to the 14th of April, 2023. And we're going to start with something which didn't air that week. It's Uncle from Another World, and we're lucky that it aired at all.
They got over the line in the end.
So it's a game of two halves. It's Return of the Little Brother, who is always mistaken for a creep.
I do like that character and the idea of it just like, oh, he's got a growth spurt. And as they mention, as he mentions later, oh, she when she was a kid, she's like her little brother is now. And it's like, it's in the family. Yeah. You all end up far too big for your age, basically.
Yes, and her friend from university, who's trying to push the pair of them together, but the pair of them are, well, particularly him, is too stupid to properly realise that they should be a couple.
Being awkward young adults. But I like the thing of the it's like, hey, you want to hang out at the my bro's pad? It's like, oh, look at this cute one I caught the other day, bro. It's like, oh, that's real cute, man. It's obviously they're showing a beetle. But it just how he comes across as creepy, and she thinks that the uncle is running some sort of cult out of the apartment.
Like, deprogramming will get you out of here.
They do have an altar that has now 2 fish heads on because they're, I guess, 2 days into this heat wave. So, yeah.
And then the second half is we have a Hot Springs episode that they're watching. They're watching a Hot Springs episode within the Hot Springs episode.
However, unfortunately, the spirit of memory, is the greatest that any memories are called up should all be done in a tasteful manner. This has been edited for like a television broadcast in your own home from the great beyond.
It was one of the best jokes in it with the whole, like, the spirits basically, they adjust the content to the expectations of the viewer. So because you guys are so sex repressed, we're only going to see the uncle relaxing in a bath going, like that, like nothing sexual. It's just he hasn't had a bath in a month at that stage. But when it says that, it shows a shot of the uncle's face, shot of the nephew's face, shot of your one's tits. And I'm just like, fuck you, show, for making me out to be the horny one as the viewer. It's a good joke, though.
But even later on, when Uncle is falling over Elf, and there's going to be a sexy misunderstanding here, and then it's like, I was doing it like kind of anime style and said, "Oh, fucking Kami-sama above, please show us the unedited version. We'll make you a great offer."
We're all consenting over 18 adults here. It's like here's my ID, spirits. You have I'm here for the horny shit. She's all for it because I assume
don't want to
she
shit
thinks
off
more
the
horny
blue
shit that happens
much.
more. If she can encourage horniness in the nephew, then maybe he'll actually act on his what she assumes should be his things as her childhood friend. But
yes, but she realizes through watching this video that maybe the childhood friend romantic relationship will not go as smoothly as she thought.
That was so good, man. That was also a pretty great one of the hero the hero's party being like, not interested, honestly. Like, no, thank you. We're friends. Oh, we've been friends since we were kids. That's as much as it goes. Thank you.
Sorry.
Yes, because the elf tries to make the hero pick one of her childhood friends, and
they want none of it.
Yeah.
No.
Presumably, the hero wants to be with one of those hot boys that she's been friends with since they were little kids, but they're just like, no.
No, but it's like which one? Which one should I choose? It's just what's going to confess to me. It's just like, oh, well, it wasn't that kind of story, darling. Sorry. It's I'm sorry. My friendship is enough of a fucking like consolation prize for you. Jesus.
Okay. And then while they're watching the video of their memories when they were training, the elf spots something in the background that they were using to hang their drying clothes on and rushes off in search of this magical artifact because it's an ancient artifact, and the uncle explains that the elf is nostalgic for the memories of the past. I guess because she's especially long-lived.
Yeah,
I
elves
can
really like ancient artifacts, basically.
I get that, man. I know, as a Sega fan, I know that pain in your heart all too well as he just calls out to you. You gotta give in.
The elf wants the hero to not get kidnapped, which they're pondering that, and they're pondering why the uncle needs to stay behind when the hot springs is under attack by a load of monsters at the end. So we seem to be getting into like a serious arc for the end of the.
I mean, like,
series.
the first half is like we got to clear away the little brother and the college friend because the uncle's accidentally revealed that not only is this not some sort of sex cult that he's running, but he does have magical powers, and they're like, okay, out you go. But while the onsen owner is talking about, oh yeah, this was established by a guy from Japan. And here's all this lore and everything. The uncle's sorting his inventory out. While the plot's happening, it's pretty great. Like, it's just like, oh no, this is a thing that keeps happening. People taken from the real world, and he's like, well, if I put all the daggers in a stack, that way I'll know when my daggers are there, that kind of thing.
Yeah, if I've got to rotate here. I can put all chicken eggs in, you know.
I gotta go with the slots. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And they made a game of just that aspect of the game where it's just like no other like Resident Evil that involved us just packing a suitcase. How do you arrange this shit show into a nice coherent pile?
Dear.
I'm having trouble streaming again. So let me try this and see if this makes things better or worse. Right. So then the next thing we've got is Detective Conan. The Culprit Hanzawa, episode 10.
We're also pretending it's coming out week to week, but you know, it's fine. It's fine.
Mum comes to visit, who she's also a culprit.
So has she done a crime, or is she capable of doing a crime? I'm not sure of the lore of how this works.
What is she really putting into her home baked pies? What's her secret? It's butter. It's usually lots of butter.
And it's the standard thing of, I mean, they're not really his friends or his flatmates, but it's like, Mom, you're embarrassing me in front of my co-workers who I hate and my flatmates who I hate, and it's just like, fuck him, man. She's all right. She has your best interests at heart, though she is kind of making a lot of presumptions about your life that you can just take work off, which is what your co-workers do, but you don't because you're a good worker.
Those fucking detectives, yeah. Almost gets like bombed in the fucking the fun tower fucking the tower fucking that gets bombed every day, I believe.
Yeah. There's always terrorist actions happening there at some case or another. Actually, I guess that's why it's a popular tourist spot, to catch it in between bombings, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean it goes off every year. It's such a watch by. It's a real natural wonder. Amazing they got it up there. Yeah, be nice to your ma'am. She'll take care of it. You know, she'll be your complicit perhaps in what you're doing and encouraging you to pursue your dreams in the big city.
Yeah, I feel like there's a little bit lost in the translation because
she's saying like a local dialect and none of people understand her phrases for sorry or thanks for minding my son or that kind of thing.
She's always ending her sentences with like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we do know what you're saying. We know what you're putting down.
Yeah. Because he feels a bit like the gag is like, oh, she's gonna give away like too much of where he's from, so it will be easier for people to track him down once he's done the murder. And I'm gonna have to stop this stream because it is